The interview as a method of qualitative research. A research interview is a conversational partnership between you and the person you're interviewing, which is designed to elicit specific information needed to answer your research questions. Research interviews are almost always a qualitative method, in that they're interested in the lived experience of the participants in the research. That is, they seek to describe and understand the participants' values, their behaviours, and their language. Therefore, when deciding if interviews are useful for your research, you need to ask yourself, what sort of research questions can they answer, and what sort of research questions can't they answer? Research interviews are excellent tools for answering research questions about what participants believe, feel, and know about a topic or situation. They help the researcher gain an understanding of the participant's perspective of that topic or situation. Research questions can't answer what actually happened in a situation, or whether the way your interviewee thinks and feels is how most or even many people think or feel. There are 3 types of qualitative research interview: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. In structured interviews, participants are asked the same series of prepared questions. This is a useful tool when a topic is well understood and the researcher wishes to compare the answers, such as people's experience of a tourism site or a medical service. In unstructured interviews, few, if any, questions are prepared in advance. These sorts of interviews are often used during observational fieldwork, for example when a researcher wishes to know more about what they've just witnessed. Semi-structured interviews are probably the most common form of qualitative interview. With these, the researcher prepares a list of questions beforehand, but they can move away from these if the participant brings up something that the researcher wishes to explore further. Now, when you conduct your interviews, it's important from the beginning to build a rapport with your participants. You can do this by introducing yourself in a friendly and relaxed manner. Give your name and remind the interviewee of the purpose of the interview. It's also a good idea at this stage to stress that you appreciate their time and that their answers are important to your research. Just before you begin your questions, mention again that you will be recording your interview and make sure you take along a recording device. And once the interview starts, be an active listener. We all perform better to an appreciative audience. And at every stage, encourage the interviewee to respond fully, freely, and relevantly. And at the end of the interview, thank the participant. Assure them of the worth of their answers and of any confidentiality you have promised.